What's up guys, my name is Brandon and today Apple released iOS 12.3 Beta 4 to both registered developers and to public beta testers, and this came just 1 week after the release of Beta 3. So anyways, you can see the size of the update here, a very small update coming in at just about 164 megabytes here on my iPhone XR, which of course did come from Beta 3. So let's go ahead and check out the build number for this version, and you can see there the build is 16F5148A, so we do have an A at the end there, which means we are getting pretty close to the final release, or at least the GM build of iOS 12.3. And here in the About section is going to be where the only change in Beta 4 is seen. So you can go down here and you'll see that the modem firmware was updated to 1.05.03 for all 2018 iPhones. So the iPhone XS, XS Max, and the iPhone XR now have that new modem firmware update. And that should definitely help with LTE and Wi-Fi issues. I saw some people reporting that iOS 12.3 Beta 3 had a lot of issues with connectivity. I personally did not face any of those, but people were saying the LTE signal was pretty bad. So hopefully with this new modem firmware update, that is solved here in Beta 4. So like I mentioned, there aren't any other changes aside from the modem firmware update, but there were some more annoying bugs in Beta 3 that I wanted to talk about and discuss here in this video, and also see if they've been fixed here in Beta 4. So the first one was actually with AirDrop, and AirDrop was not working for me at all on Beta 3. The entire time I had Beta 3 on my daily driver, my iPhone XS Max over here, it did not work. So like for instance, when I went to go to share an image or a video or something, my phone would not pop up. My iOS 12.3 Beta 3 device would not pop up. I even went into my settings here into AirDrop. I 3D touched on this, went into AirDrop, it even changed it to everyone, and it still didn't show up on anybody else's phone. And I also tried it with my iMac here about 3 days prior to that incident, and still I could not get my iMac to pick up my iPhone for some reason. But now in Beta 4, even when I have it on contacts only, I show up on other people's devices, and I also tested it out with my iMac. So that is a good thing that has been fixed here in Beta 4, because I do personally rely on AirDrop quite a bit. Now another thing that was really annoying in Beta 3 is that I was not actually able to download any music from Apple Music. So I would go into, the top songs or whatever album or whatever I wanted to download, whatever song I wanted to download, and when I would click on the download button, it would kind of just pause and stay there. Now this lasted for pretty much the first 2 days, and then for whatever reason after the third day, I was able to download music. And I tried all the obvious things like force quitting the application, changing from LTE and Wi-Fi, but still I wasn't able to do so. So for some reason, maybe it was a server-side fix with Apple Music, I'm not sure, but I have not had that so far here in Beta 4. I tried downloading a couple songs earlier and was able to the first try. So that was something that was annoying, but what was even more annoying is that when I would go into an album, it would actually not show up any of the songs right here. So none of the songs would show up for any album I went on. And again, I tried force quitting out of the application and reopening it up. I tried going, on Wi-Fi and on LTE, seeing if that made a difference, but still nothing. The Apple Music application was just super buggy for some reason in Beta 3, but it appears that Beta 4 fixed all of the issues I had in Beta 3. Now, as far as performance goes, performance on Beta 4 is probably going to be about the same as Beta 3. I wouldn't imagine it's much of a difference, especially with a less than 200 megabyte update here. So performance was great on Beta 3. I didn't notice any stutters or lag. I didn't have any kind of random reboots or anything like that. Everything seemed to flow just fine on both devices, my iPhone XS Max here and also my iPhone XR. Of course, I did use the XS Max a lot more, and I was able to go through everything like I normally do. I never had any issues. I never complained about the performance on Beta 3. Now, battery life was also great on Beta 3, but I want to show you guys something, and I posted this on Twitter. My battery actually went down now, and the battery health, the maximum capacity, it went from 100% to 98% over the span of 2 days. Probably not even 2 days, maybe just 1 day. So I've had this device since day one, so it's lasted a long time, 7 months, at least 7 months on 100%, and just recently went down to 98% thanks to Beta 3. I mean, that could be just a coincidence that I was on Beta 3, but it seems like these beta softwares have been, stressing the battery out a little bit more, especially when it's bad on certain versions and things like that. I've also been in the heat a little bit more as well, so that could be a reason why it went down 2%. But yeah, the battery life is going to be pretty good on Beta 4. I would imagine it's pretty good here on Beta 3. You can see that over the last 10 days, I average about, 6.5 hours, close to 6.5 hours of screen on and screen off time. And I usually, end the day with about 20 to 25% battery remaining. So yeah, it's kind of to be expected not to receive any kind of, changes or features or anything really major outward facing here in these late versions of iOS 12, because, this is typical around May of each year. We're about to get iOS 13. We're about a month away from getting the first beta of iOS 13. And, a lot of the changes and the features that Apple is going to want to add, they're going to wait until a major software release like iOS 13 so they can do more testing and everything like that. So again, not surprising to not see, many changes or features in these late versions of iOS 12. So yeah, if you guys have installed iOS 12.3 beta 4, let me know down in a comment down below. Let me know how it's running for you and if you notice any other changes or features. And of course, also let me know down in a comment below how beta 3 has been running for you over the past week. But anyways, guys, I hope you did enjoy this quick video update on iOS 12.3 beta 4. I will have more videos coming this week. Hope to see you guys there, and I will see you very soon.